Okay, I mean, can they do me both?
That's what she said.
Wait, what do you mean, can they do you?
Okay, yeah, continue.
We're talking about today. Let's not be okay with mediocrity. As in, isn't that what Gen Z is saying? Are you going to argue for a Toyota against a Mercedes? Betray the club.
I'm not betraying the club.
Hello and welcome back to Banter Corner. Yes, we finally were able to record another episode, and here we are. We are all healthy. We are fatter than ever because the country has kept us fat with problems and issues, and we won't get into that. First of all, we just want to thank you all for joining us. We want to thank you all for having seen us, and yes, we made it to 20,000 followers on Cast 360 social media accounts, and that's because of you. Yes, so from us here at Banter Corner, thank you so much for having joined us. And obviously, we have the amazing crew who made it happen. So I'm going to start from, who do you want to start today? Let's start from there. Martin.
Yes, my name is Martin from Speed Junkie Africa. Follow me on social. Yes.
Yeah, and guys, they usually save the best for last. So yeah, here we are. James Dibo from Ben's Movement. One, I'm so sorry. I think the whole of this year I haven't posted content, but good things are coming up, yeah. And let's kick it off.
Exactly. So we're just going to jump straight into it because as we've come to know with Kenya, we don't waste time with useless stuff. We don't waste time on empty promises and empty platitudes. You want to do something, you do it now, and we're just going to do it now because I'm just going to say this, guys.
I think the short form of what you're trying to say is tunaanguka nayo baba.
Tunaanguka nayo. Nianguke nayo.
Listen. Forgive these old people for trying to
Who's old? You just moved right now and the whole gut came out.
Listen, let me challenge you to actually do the dance.
Which one? Anguka nayo.
Anguka nayo.
Okay. We don't want internationals to fall down, so.
Yes.
Right. But there were tremors yesterday, so we need to be a bit.
Was it you dancing?
He was angukaing nayo. That's what tremors. Yes.
You literally fell and Rwaka was.
All right, guys, let's get to today's topic, okay? So this is a new way we're going to be doing banter, and we're just literally just going to be coming up with something, and we think, like, for example, I feel that in this country, we own cars wrongly.
What do you mean?
Okay, what I mean is this, all right? For example, Martin, you're a sensible man. Dibo, you're...
No, correction. Martin is insensible. Continue.
All right. So, Martin, you're an insensible man living in a world...
Insensible, irrational, stupid...
Yet wise. Let's continue.
You're all of those things. But in a scenario where your day-to-day included just coming into town, the CBD, driving about, doing one thing or another, going to work, doing your thing, and then going back home, what would be your ideal car?
Ideal.
Yeah, for the city round.
Money not...
Yeah, just, you know, you're in the city, you can buy any car you want, but what's the ideal car to just do the normal city run?
I think I would do well with, if it has to be from Japan, probably something like the Daimyo diesel in manual, something small, compact, right? If it's Europe, it's a Clio or a Fiesta, something ST. It's going to be fun when you're leaving the city, and it's also not cumbersome when you're in it. And yeah, fuel economy is...
It's top notch, exactly. That's kind of what I'm... Dibo, what would be your ideal city run around?
Okay, so my ideal city run around that can also break necks and break relationships, I'll go with the C-Class. I mean, it can turn heads around, good fuel economy. I look good driving in it.
I was actually thinking he'd be sensible for once and say an A45.
I actually wanted to go with that, yes.
Dude!
But still, Martin, he's still within the goalpost, okay? So as you've heard...
Okay, I'd go with the A-Class. The thing is, the car is too tiny. Especially the legroom at the back is pathetic. So the C-Class does better.
It's a city run. It's just for you. It's just you.
Yeah, I mean, because anyway, let me not go there, but you have zero that thing. So
It's in short, you have a small car that would be enough for you. It's not. It's just enough for the city, correct?
Exactly.
I mean, I'd go with the VW Golf GTI. I know all the jokes about Golfs are out there, and I don't care. But that's what I'd use. Small car. In short, small cars. But this is what people in this country do, okay? Now the editor, I'll put all the ostentatious cars. I'll say now city-round cars in this country.
hold on. But remember,
Yeah.
I mean, we also have to be sensible here. You've given us no budget, but these are Kenyans like working within hard economical times, because like right now, what's wako streets every Tuesday and Thursday, hata kesho watu wako streets. So like mtu maisha yamemkalia, wezi mwambia angushe 4M kwa gari.
That's actually my point. That's my point of we are owning cars wrong. Because this is what happens, all right?
Because we have a budget.
No, listen.
That you have to work by.
Exactly. But when I was giving you this question.
And we don't live in an ideal country. Or we don't live in an ideal world.
No, not even that. It's when I was telling you to choose your car,
Yeah.
there was no limitation on budget. I just told you a car you would use for the city.
Yeah.
But what are the most popular cars we see in the city? SUVs. We have, if we go to the
Hold
rich,
on,
we have V8s.
Yeah, I see a patrol there.
Yes. I mean, we have V8s, we have Prados, we have Range Rovers. All right, let's go now to the middle class cars. We have Harriers, we have CX-5s. Let's go to now the cars that people are like, oh, maybe I can think about this. We have even people doing it with pickups around the city. And this is my point.
Oh yeah, the Hilux is quite popular.
Exactly.
And the D-Max, but
And the
they're
D-Max.
good vehicles. They're
Good vehicles, wrong place to drive it per day.
So,
Which is kind of what I'm going at here.
So Madilschy, just to take you back, Kidogo.
Yes.
You know, the person who has a Hilux probably maybe has one other vehicle or maybe has that one car. Why I'd opt for a Hilux maybe is, again, I travel a lot and I also don't have money to maintain another car, so to say. So I'll have a Hilux that can take me to CBD. But at the same time, if I want to drive down home and, you know, move through the rough terrains, could also serve me well.
But you do realize for the same budget, you could actually own two cars that do those two things.
But I want one with the comfort of a Hilux or a D-Max. Okay, I mean, can they do me both?
That's what she said.
Wait, what do you mean, can they do you?
Okay.
Continue.
Yes. Basically, I'm just saying the Hilux isn't that comfortable. It isn't
It's good. The Hilux is
isn't
good.
that really good at being an overall vehicle. Number one, it's not extremely economical. It's not neither too powerful. But where it excels at is off-road.
Okay, so
That is the point.
Okay, no, remove the Hilux from there. Let's go to the D-Max because I'm more familiar with that. So for the D-Max, they have two engine specs. So they have the 2.4 or 2.2, I'm not sure. They have the 3000 cc, the LS model, that's the top spec. So give me the 3000 cc, and on the within city running, I can do even 9 to 11 kilometers per liter, and on the high up to 16. Man, I'm good.
Okay, this is my point.
And that
Dibo.
is very capable.
No problem, but this is
Yeah.
my point. You have thought about it in terms of you clearly travel a lot. Like
Yeah.
this is you, I'm not even trying to make
You're
it
not
up.
a city runner,
You're not
are
a
you?
city runner guy. Like you're not like me who Monday to Friday, it's just coming out from where I live to town, back, town to back. You actually
the guy
travel.
was telling us he likes to walk. So yeah.
I love to
Well,
walk,
that's an
yes,
option.
but yeah, and that's an option as well. But this is now my point where this is what I'm trying to reach at, okay?
Talk to me.
We do not buy it for the purposes they're needed for. Okay? If you're somebody who likes to travel a lot, right? And your traveling includes some off-roading, maybe when you're traveling outside, by the time you come back to the city, you've loaded up your car, a pickup makes sense. But a pickup does not make sense as a city car Monday to Friday.
Yeah, and you're trying to squeeze it in parking silos and whatever.
Yes, exactly.
So now the thing is, I think
Have you seen
we're
the
missing
parking
a point.
spaces in Nairobi?
Yeah, I've seen,
They're
but
tiny.
But where I do park, the parking spaces are good.
Dibo, did you recently buy a pickup?
Are you?
Pickup?
There will be signs.
People
There
are
will
going
be
to
signs.
discover me at some point.
You have seemed to stuck at this point, but I think I get the point you're making.
Yeah.
Is let's buy cars for the correct purposes.
Exactly.
But I think the problem is compounded by the fact that Kenyans buy terrible cars. Let's be honest. Some of the most costly cars, and one of them that I have a particular problem with, is the premium. Again, I'm back.
How the hell did he come back?
Because listen to this.
Man, don't touch me if you're talking bad about the
listen,
premium.
listen, it isn't good for doing what it actually is meant to
The car is perfect.
do. Yeah,
Okay,
no,
stop.
listen.
Vero,
Listen,
come,
it's
come,
okay.
come.
No, listen,
Vero.
Dibo.
So-
We're talking about
No,
today.
hear
Let's
me,
not
hear
be
me,
okay
hear
with
me,
mediocrity. As in, isn't that what Gen Z is saying? Mediocrity. Like, we could have a bad government, but why have a bad government when you can have a good government? So why have a terrible car when you could have better? I mean, I'd rather you save up and buy an older Mercedes. I'm finally in your category. Dude, for the same money.
But forget the premium.
But forget the premium, man.
Okay.
Listen,
okay.
and
So
and
one thing-
let me
thing-
ask you: isn't let's say isn't a 2011 Mercedes C180 more economical than a premium?
Okay, a premium right now, city running, can actually, this have proven and tested, can do you a clean 12 kilometers per liter. On the highway, recently I traveled.
Why would a C180 be unable to do that?
It will do.
Because
Come on, hear me out.
a premium does not have start-stop. Does a C180 have? Yes.
So does startup rule out? There are some things here, and one thing I came to realize, sadly.
Let me ask you.
No,
Let me ask you, Dibo.
hold on.
Are you going to argue for a Toyota against a Mercedes? Betray the club.
I'm not betraying the club.
They are watching you right now.
This
No.
is betrayal.
You see that ML63 you wanted to give him?
On
He's
the
saying no to that. He
17th
wants a premium.
of July,
Yes.
2024.
Exactly.
That's our date of shooting. At approximately
I'm just gonna record you for
5:18,
posterity.
We are watching Dibo from Ben's
Yes.
movement, Kenya,
That's how he identifies
arguing
himself.
for a premium
Yes.
against a W204.
Okay, so now there's something very important. When doing an interview with these guys, they want to shove a narrative down your throat. and another thing is they don't give you space to defend your thesis. Isn't that what you did in campus? You have to go in front of a professor, defend your thesis. Where sijui hata kama ulienda shule. So now you do this. I'm not saying a premium is better than the W204. But what I'm saying is it's an ideal car. It's reliable. It's safe and it's economical for also city running. Not as safe as the Benz though, but it's ideal. It can do what
yes,
it
yes.
Quick question.
Exactly.
Quick question.
Yes.
Quick question.
make your
Mr. President.
No, quick question. Quick
Mr.
question.
President.
yes.
With 2.4 million, and the W204 is present, and the premium is present, would you buy the premium?
If it's my first car, I'll buy the premium. No lie. No lie.
As you've had.
You know what
ladies
I
and
had?
gentlemen,
No, you know what I had?
Yes.
All I had is meh, 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 because that is absolutely good.
I think at this point we can clearly see where Dibo's career is going to.
Yes.
You can might as well, please, government, just hire him as your spokesperson,
Yes.
because clearly he's losing the plot.
Yes.
I'm not losing the plot. I'm not losing the plot.
Isn't there a 100 in your life right now?
There is.
Okay.
Works very well. And okay, so now let me tell you.
You know what's happened though, yeah?
Yeah.
The light just went down.
Again! Because the last time it went down, you were lying.
Fine.
And now it has gone again. You are a liar.
Let me tell you something.
He
There's
is a
Anguka
liar.
Nayo playing in the background, so in Anguka Nayo. That aside, that's right. Let's not lose the plot here. I believe also here, as we are sitting, we're also maybe advising guys who are getting into cars. The slay queen who wants to buy a car and is a bit ish-ish. What I'm saying, the thing is, if it's my first car, I'll go for the premium. I'll actually do maybe import, or actually just do a direct import for one.
And let me tell you
No,
one thing.
okay, so hear
Let me
me
tell you
out,
one
hear me
thing.
out, hear me out.
The premium would be a terrible fast car.
Okay, Sawa. Thank
I have
you.
several reasons.
Thank you for your idea. We'll get back to you.
Yes.
Yeah. Sawa.
Terrible fast car.
So now one thing is, because if I'm buying the W204 in Kenya, I mean it's already used. First of all, I'm not quite sure about how it's been used before. And again, buying local cars at times it's a gamble. You can buy a car in the first. You also witness of this. The guy who bought the CRV. the guy never made it to the car home. You see, but for me, what I want is, I want a car that I'll go start in the morning, leave. I want a car that if I'm repairing and I'm new into the car space, it's easy. If I break down anywhere by any chance, though rarely do I see well-maintained premiums break down, it's a car that I'll be able to be serviced and go on. That's what I'm aiming at.
So are you saying
but
it is the best option in that category for that price?
for 2.4, no, I think I can get an Audi with that. If I'm not wrong.
We're talking reliability.
okay, yes,
for
you can
reliable Japan, just even if we limit it to just Japan, there are better vehicles in that category.
Like the
from
most popular
other-
car.
Okay.
Most popular brand in Kenya, Mazda. You can get literally any Mazda within that price.
Exactly.
Yeah, sure.
And it will be better and more reliable than the premium.
Also, it looks good. It's not an old man's
And it
car.
will
No,
look good.
the new model
It will have
is
a good
good.
interior.
Yes,
Okay,
fantastic.
so
interior.
guys,
Well,
It will consume better.
Okay, so guys, let's agree to disagree.
all right, so
yeah.
all right, let's get on with it. So this is now the thing, guys.
Yeah.
As clearly demonstrated, even as much as we're all arguing, and it's just been, well, it's banter anyway. If you're not here for the argument, what are you here for? What are you doing? Are you in there anyway? As much as we've said everything, we all do agree. Kenyans do not have good taste, all right? We either buy cars because your neighbor has it, you either buy a car because you're trying to measure things down there.
No,
you buy a car,
no.
like, let's be honest.
I
let's
refuse,
be
I
honest.
refuse, I refuse, I refuse. So let me tell you something. In the Kenyan space, okay, I'm not, okay, don't mean to be tribal by there. Let me not be taken out of context. One friend of mine told me this. If you see the Kikuyus and the Somalis buy a car and they stick with it and many of them buy a car, I think that's what happens in Kenya. They go for reliability. Oh, no, hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out.
Right.
Hear me out.
Well,
Hear me out. So there's the thing with reliability and easy to maintain. That's what most Kenyans usually do. And that's why you'll find, for some strange reason, the Fielder has been common all through.
let me tell you the truth. The truth is, Kenyans, those Kenyans that you've spoken about, pick a car that is easy to abuse without it having problems. Because easy to abuse, not abuse, not
live with.
Yeah, yeah.
Because let's be real about it. No, let's actually be real.
Okay,
about
before we get real,
For example.
there's some, and that's where I'm coming.
Yeah.
Leo nilikuja na nguvu ya kuwa shut off. Hey, hamtaamini. They will not believe. Ngoja kwanza tupige pause.
No.
So
We are time limited.
We are time limited. So what I'm saying is there are specific types of Kenyans. Yes. That's what I'm saying. There's the Kenyans who will buy the car that is easy to abuse, and also in that category you can also fit in the people that get a car because it's easy to maintain. But there are also the group of car enthusiasts who will get a car because they want to experience.
Now, actually,
But we're talking about the majority, not the minority.
yes, exactly.
No, I'd say this, we'd give it 60-40. Why? No, hear me out.
It's still a majority.
No, okay.
It's a majority, but
No,
it's higher than that.
but what I'm saying is battery doing better. Like, look of late, the number of Golfs you see on the road, they're increasing. The number of, even the Mazdas were shunned upon a while back. Now they're getting quite common. Even the Porsches are many on the road nowadays, man. Even the Ranges, there are many, even the Jaguars, they're increasing.
I agree with all that, but now this is the question that ties it all back down. Do you think we have more Mazdas because people genuinely appreciate Mazdas, or do we have more Mazdas because everyone saw a Mazda?
Yes,
like,
and
that
it
looks
didn't break
cool.
down.
And yes,
Okay, so-
it looks cool. It didn't break down. I want a Mazda too, and I want a Mazda in the specific color I saw.
Let me give you an example. I'm part of a group called Club M2 Kenya, which is Mazda Demio owners, probably known as the Mazda 2. Let me tell you, there are so many people that come in that space and say, I don't want the 1.5 diesel because, I've been told small diesels are very hard. But let me tell you the truth, it is the best Mazda Demio to own. It is fun, it is fast, it's reliable, and it's the cheapest to fuel. Because number one, it consumes very little and it is actually fun to drive. And in the Mazda family, the diesels are the highest specs.
Yeah, so...
Listen,
continue.
and until hundreds had had lived for thousands of years. Even now, if you go to the street and ask someone about the new Mazda diesel the Mazda Demio with a diesel, they will tell you small diesels are very. That's what we are talking about. People buy because I have seen it. I have heard. It is not.
It's
because
not. I have done the research. I've done everything.
I've done the research. This is the best car for me. And let me tell you one of the other things. Some of the people buying the Mazda Demio are buying it as family cars. It is a terrible family car in that size. In the compact category, the Note is way better because it is way more spacious. The 208 is much more classier. Like, there is always something better, but we pick it because, I mean...
Like, for example, Dibo, you're the Mercedes guy here.
Okay, so Madilschy, let me just cut you short a bit.
Yeah.
Before we go far from Martin's point, there's something I want you also to see. As you said, there are forums. And one of the beautiful thing about also Kenyans going that way is now we are honing people into true car lovers. Because, I mean, that's even why we're here, because we're true car lovers. Have you seen how the CX-5 community has been growing? Actually, the best community to look at is like the Mazda community. You usually see the Mazda Demio community grow. You see the Mazda CX-5 community grow so much. So one thing we're looking at, and why I'm very optimistic about it, is as much as we're behind, is by people buying these cars, we're also building communities around this car. We're building forums. Like right now, if I buy a Mazda, there's something wrong with it. It's very easy for me to go on Facebook, join a platform, and I'm helped.
Mm-hmm. Now,
but let me tell you something else also. One of the reasons some groups exist is because the car is actually fun to own.
Yes.
And there is no premium owners group that is vibrant because it is not a fun car to own.
All right, guys, we do have to bring this all home. And how we're bringing it home is this. The point was, of all this, I know we got diverted to a degree, but the point is this, gents. We, as Kenyans, with the purchasing power to buy a car, thank God we are not having that stupid taxing being implemented per year to own a car. So the thing is this, guys. What we're trying to tell Kenyans is a very simple thing. We know you're seeing that there are many cars that look good, and there's multiple of them. You've seen the wine red Mazda CX-5s, and there are thousands and hundreds of them, and we know it looks good. But are you a red wine painted color Mazda CX-5 person? You've seen black Toyota Prados, which are the bane of everything wrong with this country, are black Toyota Prados. And
petrol.
Yes, we know you've seen it.
Very ugly 2.7cc engine.
Exactly, we know you've seen it. We know you want to look like that Mheshimiwa. We know all of that, but are you really a Prado guy? Do you look like a Prado person?
With strobe lights, fake strobe lights on the grill.
The point is this, cars are not just a method to get you from point A to B. It's also an extension of the kind of person you are. If you're going to spend your hard-earned millions to buy a car, might as well buy a car you actually like. Compact cars, I like how you said it. There are compact cars. Compact cars are the Demios, the Notes, small cars, tiny cars, Mercedes A-Class, and what have you, all right? We have SUVs. You're buying an SUV, a Land Cruiser, a pickup truck, you're a Bentley Bentayga. Please, for the love of God, take it off-road for once. Like, stop driving about it in this bloody city. Who are you trying to compensate for? And I know I made that V8 video to compensate. That's why I created that video, okay? I'm a Land Cruiser V8 owner. Of course I use my 2 phones and my laptop whenever I drive because I'm a very busy man. We have people who are sports car lovers, all right? You want a sports car, you know, go fast. Don't buy a GTR so that you can do the Friday run with. Bro, come on. It's 500 horsepower. Put that thing on the ground. We want to see it move. In short, guys, if you want to know what car suits you, actually, Cars360 wrote a very fantastic article about it. You can go find it at cars360.co.ke. Go to blog section, and you'll find the ideal cars with the ideal owners. Own your car. Like, for your example, that's why I asked you guys personally, what would you get? Because you're looking at each other like, this is my A to B. You don't need a Bentley Bentayga. You don't need a gigantuan Range Rover that tells everyone you have, editor, will you be able to block this? You have a small, all right? We want you to drive the cars you want to drive.
By the car they drive.
Exactly. So, and in that regard, if no, wait.
It's very funny that it is his dream car.
It's my dream car. But that's the whole point. Buy cars you actually want to buy.
Summarize it this way. Get the right tools for the right job.
Exactly. It's simple as that. The Audis will come into the country when you start importing Audis, which we can do through cars360.co.ke. You want a Renault? Import the Renaults. Renaults will come. As you said, there's now a Mazda CX-5 club. Why? Because people got a lot of Mazda. So why can't we do that with any other car you're seeing online and you're like, you know what, that looks like a pretty cool car and I want that car. So why don't you do that? Do that. Actually learn who you are, pick a car that suits you and stop driving around in big SUVs. If you're driving a black Prado, up yours.
Oh, snap.
That's all I'm going to say. And that's it for Banter Corner. We have complained, you two and Premios. I am banning Premio from this day forward. We're never going to mention that car in another Banter Corner.
Okay, before you ban it.
We'll move to a Leon.
Potato. So before he bans it, I think...
Closing remarks.
I think towards the end, I think one thing I'll add to my target plan for this year is buying a Premio and then starting a club for it. Yeah. And I think we'll do amazing.
Dibo, when they're fitting your microphone.
That's one of the surest ways to be lonely, but
No, I actually wanted to do something else, Dibo. When the director was fitting your microphone, did he fit it in a way you can stand up and sit down?
I see where you're going with this.
You know where I'm going with this, right? Anyway, so chaps, what would you say to people?
Again, get the right tool for the right job. Depending on what you're looking for. You're looking for efficiency, just look for options. Be open to options, because what that opens you up to is not only just owning a car, but actually liking it. There's liking your car. It's important because it means you'll maintain it better, which means it will serve you better, which means it will give you less problems, man.
I like that. What about you, Dibo?
Yeah, I'm trying to talk because these two guys will oppose anything I want to say, and I think at times they do it for the sake. Anyway, it's your money. Buy a car you love and buy a car you enjoy. But at the same time, also buy a car you can maintain properly. And yeah, I mean, if it's that Allion or Premium man, by all means, get it. If it will get you from point A to point B without any problems. And when you get the car, you won't have to, for the 6.5, you have to change the T-joint from plastic to metal. You see? Yeah, and for the Demio, you won't have to worry about the rear suspensions.
Yeah,
I'll be good to go. They think what I really worry about is just going over the bumps in a zigzag manner. Yeah. And life moves on.
If you're wondering why me and Martin are laughing, it's because Dibo said, buy a car you love so you can maintain it well. Says the guy who put his 110 on a flatbed.
Some things you never see them coming. Some things you never see them coming. It was a case of a faulty distributor, by the way.
Lakini pia hiyo ni ujaluo mingi. Unawekaje 110 juu ya flatbed mzee? Hiyo ni ujaluo mingi. Anyway.
Ujui matatu ya kuvuka. Ujui mtu.
Anyway,
for my friends.
For me, the simple thing is this. There are different kinds of cars to suit different kinds of people. You want a small car, you want a car that will be efficient for you around the city, go compact. You want a big car that you can do off-roading because you travel a lot, you do a lot of off-roading, you carry a lot of things, do an SUV or a pickup. You're thinking of ultimately, you don't want to spend anything on fuel, go electric. I mean, there is an option for that. You're a person who likes going fast, buy a sports car, be responsible, go racing. And that's the whole point. You are a rich guy, you don't like to drive, but you have millions in the bank.
Buy an S-Class.
Or a Rolls Royce, or a Bentley, or anything. In short, there is a car for each and every individual, and you can get any of those cars at cars360.co.ke. Please do visit our website and import your dream car today. And that is it from Banter Corner today. We have loved your support. By the way, again, 20,000 followers. Yo! You guys are amazing. Anyway, we'll see you next time and we'll pick whichever topic. But then who's coming up with the topic next time? It ain't going to be me.
Yes,
it's going to be Martin.
Let it be Dibo because...
Dibo is picking the topic next time. Anyway, bye-bye for now. See you guys later. Subscribe, like our videos, share it all out. We'll see you in the next one.